So you wanna race, so you wanna race, so you wanna race.
Okay, we're here today with Jim Ferguson in Strathroy at what Glorcs race is this?
This is Glorcs race number 5.
Number 5?
Yes, at Legacy Hobbies. This is our first Glorcs race. We've had major events in the past, but not a sanctioned Glorcs race, so it's our first time this weekend.
Yeah, I was hearing it took a long time to put the track together and everything. I heard you had a lot of volunteers out here.
We did. We had a lot of volunteers, a lot of help from mainly racers. Basically, they've done it all. They laid it out. I drove the equipment and put the jumps there. They've made everything. They formed all the jumps, built the driver's stand.
Yeah, it's quite a unique driver's stand. It's an old semi.
Yeah, that's right. We took the old semi-trailer. We decided to hollow it out and make it into our driver's stand, just for a safety thing more than anything.
How do you think the hobby's even growing out here?
We've definitely noticed an increase this year. We were at another location last year, a smaller location in town. We outgrew it and moved here. It's really picking up in this area. And
well, let's see some great racing today. It was nice meeting you,
Thank
folks.
You. Nice to
You're
meet
going to
you.
see some great jumping today, some great action, right? We're going to show you some of the A-mains, probably in buggy and monster truck, and you'll probably see some of those goofy guys on So You Want to Race do some racing. So check out the action. We're here today with Bob Adler. Bob Adler is going to tell us what it's like to actually drive around this track. Well, looking at this track today, Bob, it looks kind of technical in some areas.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit what it's doing to the buggies and truggies and the tire wear and all that.
And mostly the issue today with this particular track is the back end starts to kick out if you get on the throttle a little bit too much because there's a lot of dust and whatnot on the track. It is rougher than most of the tracks that we run on, but I mean, this is off-road RC, so I mean, you have to deal with it.
Now let's take a little look at the track here as well. Where are some of the real technical areas and some of the passing areas?
Well, there's lots of places to pass on this particular track. In that corner over there, if you come down the straight full bore like we always do, you got to time your braking properly to come around that section over there and still make the turn. You can pass in the straight here. These double-doubles here are a little tricky just because of the way that they're faced. See, they're uneven. Some guys are doing triple-double out, and then some guys are doing quad-single.
I've been noticing as the track's starting to wear, we're starting to see some humps coming through here now.
Yeah,
has that progressed over the weekend? Or?
Yeah, it has actually. This track's fairly new and we don't have a watering system here, so it makes it a little difficult. We have had a fire truck come in here in the morning and put some water on it, but that's basically all it's had all day. So what ends up happening is it starts to dry out, and as the cars go over it, they start to chunk it out and you get what you see here. It's tough. You just have to deal with it. Like I said, it's a new track. It was just built this year and they've done a phenomenal job for what they've got here, and I'm sure it's going to get better for next year.
Well, thanks a lot, Bob, for all the info. So there you go, folks. That's all it takes. Look at your track, look at your temperature, look at your tires, right? And you go out and have some fun racing in Glorcs Series. Chris, A-main. I mean, So You Want to Race guy has finally made an A-main. After 3 years of trying, we're in the A-main.
Yeah, it's only a year and a half for me.
Did we pay somebody for this?
I don't know.
Or did you actually qualify and get in the A-main?
I qualified and did it. Yeah.
Wow.
Part of the race is coming up next. You should see some highlights from that, and it should be a good race.
Now, Chris, how's the monster truck handling?
The monster truck is handling well. I've done a few changes, as we might see some clips on, changed the tires. I did some changes before getting to the race in terms of limiting the travel of the shocks, so I'm making it a little bit lower because it does sit very high.
Okay, Chris, let's get to the race. Both the front wheels and the back have the original setup. Here comes Chris Holmes, popping a wheelie right by the driver's stand. He's still, actually, he's dropped right down to 5th place. He must have got caught up somewhere there.
Derek, Chris, Rob, Derek, Matthew, Jeff, Matt, Jeff.
It looks like Chris Holmes has stopped here dead, right behind the marshal. Nobody sees him. I think he's flamed out. He's got his pit man picking him up. Here he goes. He's he's having a little bit of problems today. Usually he's right up the top of the pack. Okay, well Chris looks to be flamed out for the day. We just got the word from the pit. Chris came in here. There's your champ, Martin Petrie, pulling into the pits. What a beautiful race today for Martin Petrie. He was nice and steady.
Well, we're doing another wrap-up here, a post-race wrap-up of Monster Truck. I was in the A main, was driving really well up to a certain point, and I'll show you what happened here. All of a sudden, I had no power. And I think that might be the problem. What I've done here is I've stripped out the gears, so I was going nowhere fast. My sponsors aren't going to be too happy because I already had the new cover and titanium gear set to put on there. So I managed to still pull off 11th in an A main. Not bad. Did a little better in Truggy, and we'll definitely do better next time out. We'll see you then.
Well, we saw a lot of new racers here at the 5th race of the Glorcs series. It was fantastic up here. We had great weather, a lot of dust, a lot of dirt, and a lot of great racing. We'll see you again, folks. Take care.